Mike is tough.
Come on.
I'm very realistic. So I
Okay.
do think I can beat Mike come this Olympia,
Okay.
but I don't know if I could have beat him at the Arnold with just coming back. I was dealing with an injury, and it's sad to see that if you place fifth to sixth, you lose so much respect from people. I mean, you see it now with Ramon. Ramon played fourth. I think he gets too much hate. I think a lot of people were upset with the 6 week prep.
But you still consider Ramon as a threat for the next Olympia, or you think he's gonna face some problems about his weight?
I think his biggest issue is he's getting too big in the offseason, and it's making it hard for him to cut down.
Who will be your biggest threat at the Pittsburgh? Caike, Josema or Dabu? Esse é o projeto 3 de 10 e eu tenho orgulho de estar aqui hoje com Terrence Ruffin, conhecido por vocês como Ruff Diesel. Essa entrevista, obviamente, será feita em inglês, mas você vai acompanhar com subtitles aqui embaixo, com legenda aqui embaixo simultânea, tá bom? Aproveite o conteúdo e já se inscreva no canal, que a gente conta muito com o seu apoio. Hey, how's it going, Terrence?
It's good. It's good. How are you? Tudo bem?
Very good. Your Portuguese is doing good, right?
Now prep it slowed it down. I haven't practiced in 4 weeks, but before that it was really good. It was yeah.
Good. We're proud of you because most of the athletes doesn't care about the Portuguese people, you know, about the Brazilian people. You are so kindly with the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially right now in bodybuilding, a lot of the sport is being held up by Brazilian fans. You know, Brazilian fans are the most active.
How confident you are right now into this season?
I feel very good. Like you said, this is the best I've ever looked. There's always you never know something for 100%. There's a lot of good guys competing. You got Hosema, Caike, and a lot of other good guys that I've seen. But I do feel very confident in the show. I think I can win it. It just depends on how people show up on the day of the show.
Let me ask you something. What was your stage weight the last time, and how much weight you're bringing this time right now?
Last time I was on stage, I was 170. Right now, we're gonna play it safe and shoot for 182.
What changes did you make to your training and diet to bring this new physique this year? Like, you changed a lot. I noticed that you changed a lot your physique.
The diet wasn't too different. The training was the biggest change.
Okay.
A lot lower volume, higher frequency training. It's been working very well for me. Lower reps, progressive overload, adding weight from week to week.
And this is something that you choose to do different, or your coach?
I'll talk with Joe Bennett, hypertrophy coach.
Yeah.
And Paul Carter. I'll ask them for advice. Hypertrophy coach is probably the best with biomechanics, and Paul is really good with physiology. So I'll chat with them about what I think I should do, and it's been going great.
What's the difference between Joe Bennett and Paul Carter?
That's the biggest difference. Joe does a lot more in-person training. So in addition to that, he's probably better at biomechanics, understanding like setting up movements and things like that. Paul Carter is great with the physiology and the science behind muscle building, how long it takes to have a muscle recover, minimum effective volume, things like that. My off season wasn't really that long. I mean, most of it was dealing with an injury. I didn't really start an off season to maybe halfway through last year. Last time I competed was November 2023 in India.
And why you didn't come before?
I was dealing with an injury, and it's sad to see that if you place fifth to sixth, you lose so much respect from people. I mean, you see it now with Ramon. Ramon played fourth. Fourth in the world is one of the best things you could be. I mean, like, how many people can say they're the fourth or fifth or sixth best at anything in life? They don't respect it, the fans, So it's better not to show up if you know you're not going to be at your best. So if you're dealing with an injury, I talked with Tyler Mannion, and he said, if you're not going to be your best, don't show up. So that was the reason why.
So you have a chance to work out with Fabricio Pacholok, right? What do you think? He's at the same level of the American guys like Joe Bennett and guys like that?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's a phenomenal, an incredible trainer. I was a little worried the first time I trained with him because I didn't know much about him. Everything he did made sense.
And did you agree with the results of the last Olympia? Did you change anything about the top 5 guys?
I think it was pretty good. Yeah, Mike looks incredible. I know a lot of people they say he doesn't look classic, but I love his physique.
And a lot of people were disappointed with Ramon's performance. What did you think about it?
I think he gets too much hate. I think a lot of people were upset with the 6-week prep for the Arnold, so he did the 20-week prep. I don't think that mattered whatsoever. I've done 8-week preps and placed second at the Olympia. He was lean. What does he need to prep longer for? Like, you saw what a 20-week prep didn't make any difference. I think his biggest issue is he's getting too big in the offseason, and it's making it harder for him to cut down. Chris was going to run into that same problem in a couple of years. We saw Derek have that issue in the 212. It doesn't matter how big you get and how lean you are in the offseason if you have to drop 20 pounds of muscle to make that classic weight.
There's a huge risk to cut too much weight, right?
It gets more difficult the heavier you get, for sure.
Yeah, but you still consider Ramon as a threat for the next Olympia, or you think he's gonna face some problems about his weight?
I think anyone's always a threat, man. Like, you see Mike Sommerfeld go from 7th to 8th to 2nd. I did the same. I went from 9th place to 2nd. You seen Wesley go from placing 10th at the Olympia to winning the Arnold. Anything can happen at any day.
Yeah. Give me your thought about Carlos de Oliveira switching to classic physique. You think is the right decision for him?
Yeah. Carlos is great, man. Caike, he's very, very impressive. Like, he could be top 5, top whatever at the Olympia this upcoming year. I think he's pretty balanced everywhere. I think the only place that he could use a little bit more muscle is his lats. But his upper back is very strong still. He's got a very complete physique. And
like, how do you handle with the criticism about you?
Well, the first year was tough, man. The first time I really got a lot of criticism was when Ramon's fans came up. I think that was 20.
Are you facing the same thing with the fan base from Caike?
Not as much. His fan base is a lot nicer. They're a lot nicer, yeah.
And why did you choose the Pittsburgh Pro for your comeback?
I wanted to do the Arnold, but I didn't want to rush it. I just had stem cell therapy for my elbow, and I was just getting back into training. And like I said earlier, you don't want to show, especially with classic now, you can't show up with anything less than your best. There's so the next biggest show was Pittsburgh. So
yeah,
that was the plan. Yeah.
And do you think if you were there with this physique right now, you have won?
Mike is tough.
Come on.
I'm very realistic. So I do think I can beat Mike come this Olympia.
Okay.
But I don't know if I could have beat him at the Arnold with just coming back. He's a big guy, He's a very large guy. So I think I need maybe, if the height thing goes well, that extra 5 pounds on stage, I think will be enough.
Who will be your biggest threat at the Pittsburgh? Caike, Josema, or Dabu?
Well, Michael couldn't make it, man. He just posted. He's not going to be able to compete, unfortunately. I don't know. I mean, they're both. Josema and Caike, I think, are two great guys. There's a Turkish guy as well, I think, who looks incredible. Like, a lot of people don't know him. Murat Khan Karasalar. I don't want to disrespect Josema because he's earned that top placing, Out of everyone right now, he's the top guy. He plays 5th. No one else is. I didn't compete. Caike didn't compete. So out of respect, Josema is the guy to beat for sure.
Do you think that's the 4 or 5 best athletes for the Pittsburgh? You, this Turkish guy, Caike, Josema, and Dabu? Or I'm wrong?
Well, I thought, yeah, if Michael DeBull was competing, yeah, but he dropped out.
He dropped out
yesterday. Yeah. Oh. I think that would have been probably the top 5.
Sommerfeld is considering the guy to be beaten right now. So Do you think he's really the man to be beaten at the Olympia, or you see like more guys coming strong this year? Like Logan Franklin appear really good.
Yeah.
Ramon is always a threat. We have Urs, we have Brion. Like, what do you think about that?
I think Mike is still a guy to beat. I think the rest of the guys could be mixed up a bit. Like it depends on how these young guys show up, because in my opinion, a lot of these younger guys, they have better structures than the guys in the top 5. They just don't have the muscle mass yet or the maturity. Like Minigashi, dude, his structure is beautiful. He just needs to fill out completely, and I think he could be top 5 easily.
Okay.
There's a few other guys I think that could also reach that level. It's just depending, you know, because right now, like I said, the top 5, like Urs, Mike, Ramon, in my opinion, with Classic, you get to that weight cap and you it's very, very hard to make any improvements. But yet these younger guys, if they have a better structure than you and they put on that same amount of muscle, they can beat you.
We have some examples like Derek Lunsford moving to 12 to open, and Chris Bumstead trying to compete as an open bodybuilder. Did you ever consider to change the category just to try or make fun in some championship or things like that?
So that would be a very difficult road, you know. Putting on muscle hasn't been the easiest thing for me.
Who will be the first call out at the 2025 Classic Physique Olympia? The first call out. Who's gonna be beside you on stage at the first call out?
First call out was seven people.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay, so myself, Mike, Ramon, Urs. I think Caike could be up there for sure. Michael DeBull. That's 6. So one more. I think Minigachi could be first call outs, man.
Terrence Ruffin, Mike Sommerfeld, Ramon, Urs, Dabu, Hosema, and Caike or Menegatti?
I would put Caike or Niall Darwin.
Agora, muito obrigado. O seu apoio faz com que eu consiga chegar em cada vez mais pessoas com 3 de 10. Então, dá suporte para esse conteúdo, hype o canal e a gente se vê em breve aqui. Abraço.
So, thank you to all my Brazilian fans.
Yeah.
I'll be there soon. I'm excited. This will be my first trip. Let me know what to eat. That's what I need to know.